Rich Calkins hosts the High School Scoreboard Show. And don't miss Traverse City West Titan football and boys basketball action. Catch games live or see past episodes on the podcast page. Real sports fans, go to upnorthsportsradio.com.
Get cooking with Skillet. Saturday, November 29th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with Michigan's own Pop Evil. Tickets start at $59 and on sale Saturday, September 27th at the box office or etix.com. Party and play at Soaring Eagle Casino with Skillet and Pop Evil Saturday, November 29th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Good morning, Northern Michigan, and welcome to Friday Faceoff here on Q100, not on Q100, on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Rich Calkins, and why don't you just take over?
It's been a busy,
I'd love to
morning.
see you run out of that studio and run into this studio.
All right.
Our buddy Gordon Miller's here as well. I don't know. We'll pay you as much as we have.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take a bagel. I'll work for bagels.
So panic averted for at least 10 or 20 seconds, right? I heard you were just bitching to high heaven to J-Bo yesterday.
About the Tigers. Oh, you mean that?
Yeah, you made a special trip down last week, if I remember, G. Gordon, and you were going to go down there so that we could watch. You could watch the closeout, seal the deal, and all that. And we're still waiting, buddy.
I'm still waiting. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, poor Gordon didn't see the pennant wrap up.
Well, no, it wasn't that by itself. It was the fact that I saw really bad baseball.
Yes.
I mean, it's really been hard to watch the stranded runners not moving anybody along.
This is a history of Detroit Tiger baseball since ever since I've been born.
Well, Trammell and Whitaker, at least they had balls in play and fundamental. This team was at one point moving runners along, moving into third.
When it gets a little tighter, just to give Cleveland their due, their runs allowed in the last 2 months is historically low.
Ridiculous. I mean,
insanely low. Impossible to come up with those kind of figures over 2 months. What did they have? The Tigers averaged. The Tigers in the series versus. We scored the most runs yesterday. It was 4.
Yeah.
They have averaged 2.2 runs per game against the Indians in these last 6 games, and the Indians have allowed 2.7 runs since August 1st. So you better pitch good. And the Tigers' starting pitching was great in that series. Speak.
They have been. There's been no qualms at all, as far as I'm concerned, with the starting pitching at all. It's definitely been the bullpen and the bats.
The bats more than the bullpen.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my God, you guys, how can we get bases loaded and we can't score a run?
Yeah.
With nobody out.
Bases loaded, 1 out. I don't think they gave up a bases loaded, no out. They gave up a ton of second and third, 1 out. Bases loaded, 1 out. Guys on first and second, no outs, and not get any runs.
And guys that coming up to bat, you think are going to produce. The Spencer Torkelsons, the guys like that, and all. And you just
Torkelson has been. Torkel's hitting 300 since August 1st, but that's the only one.
That big key hit. We just always seem to just not.
They didn't even really get it last night. They just hit 3 home runs.
Yeah.
So here's a question: is at what point can Kerry Carpenter play against any left-hander in the major leagues? This was Phil Messick, and you got a 28 homer guy on the bench simply because and Riley Green's lefty. He went yard on him. The Kerry Carpenter stuff gets a little weird. Still could very easily.
No doubt about it.
Be playoffs, but a couple weeks back, I thought that there was a point where they were just playing a bullpen audition, and. You must have had 4 guys called up that were used in situations that are no longer on the team that were released, and those guys had an impact on certain of those games that we lost. So, You know, the usage of the bullpen and trying to find that extra piece for the playoffs, which I understood at the time might have actually been a little bit overdone because they're still experimenting.
Why didn't they bring up McGonigal or Clark or some of these guys that they didn't want to trade? You know, we talked about it, and it did work out for a while. Obviously, Finnegan was a great signing. He's been the best reliever that moved to somewhere other than who went to Philadelphia. So that's been great. The rest of them have been complete duds, and they never even did anything to get a bat.
Yeah, the surprising part was the bat. And the other thing that's frustrating is that there were plenty of teams that have called guys up straight from AA before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole thing, is you're going to damage McGonigal, but you're going to play Trey Sweeney.
Well, Sweeney has enough experience, and he was fantastic last year during the run in the playoffs, and so that makes some logical sense to me.
It's that 190 average that gets me. You know, the thing is, they've all gone. You know, during this stretch that they had, and I wasn't sure they were going to win another game, although. You know,
really?
Really? Yes.
Okay.
It does take away, you know, a lot of that built-up pressure that they had, and you know, tonight will be interesting because
they're going back to Cleveland. Almost unless they sweep the Red Sox, they're going to play Cleveland in the playoffs.
Yes,
yeah.
No kidding.
Well, you know, they could still get the division title very easily because Texas is banged up like crazy and is playing AA guys, but maybe they win a couple of games. You never know. It's baseball, right?
It is, but yeah. Maddening.
That's the perfect answer to your query that you just made. It is baseball, and I was fairly certain they would win last night because you cannot lose 40 games in a row. You just can't. It's just like it goes back to Moneyball. You know, you saw Moneyball, right? And when that little insert, when the A's are going on that run where they ended up winning 20 games in a row, which is the record, and they have this little discussion going on, and Costas is trying to explain it, and he goes, "You play these games 15 different times, and there's no way the Athletics win these 20 games in a row." But they did. Just take a look at what had to happen for this to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
17-2.
Yeah. 17-2. That'll keep your manager around for a year or two.
It will.
They picked up 8 games in
Their
8
pitching
days.
staff starting ERA is 1.4.
And you can't name any of them.
Well, Tyler Bybee has been a pretty
about
good.
the
I'm
only.
just saying, I hear you. But their ace blew out his shoulder in April.
And so I thought, okay.
We closer.
Yeah.
Gambled
his way out of baseball.
Whoops-a-daisy.
Another
What, you mean I can't do that? What?
My bad. Sorry.
I can't bet on my baseball team? What are you talking about?
You do realize they started winning after they were suspended for gambling against the Indians, probably. Guardians. Right.
Yeah.
You just keep betting against your own team. It's like, all right, I'm the closer. I can do this. I got full control.
I mean, it's just.
It's been horrible. I was just happy the Lions won.
Oh.
Because my God.
Oh.
You know, Detroit,
it would have been a brutal week.
It was 2 to 3 weeks before you even wanted to go outside after the Lions lost to the Commanders. I mean, just the depression, the sports radio ratings were dead. Everybody was angry.
You know what is hilarious, guys?
This could have been.
Okay,
bad.
this wasn't even a national story until 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, no one was talking about it.
We've been watching this
recently.
car crash.
Yes.
For 3 weeks,
yes.
right? Slowly, this truck is coming at the VW, and are you going to get out of the way of it and everything else? And they never even mention it until the Indians and the Tigers are tied. Then this is the greatest collapse in baseball history. Unfortunately, it is.
I know. We've been watching. We know.
No.
We know they weren't talking about it.
Did you know it was the worst ever?
I did not know that. But the last 2 years, how can you have the Tigers in the middle of 2 different stories? One on the positive side of last year, that incredible turnaround and the momentum. City is excited. And then now this collapse of epic proportions. And everyone's
Scott Van Pelt finally brought it up yesterday, and he said, you cannot tell this season story without talking about the Tigers. What did we have to go? 31-13, right?
33-11.
Some crazy number like that. So if you're following along with that, that means that we will beat the Indians in Cleveland and advance, instead of the Cleveland shutting our water off in the playoffs last year. So isn't that the natural assumption?
It would be. I mean, the thing that I saw was, starting August 1st last year to the All-Star break this year, this team played like 70 games over 500. I mean, it was just something insane, a 780 win percentage, and they were loose and they were having fun. And the whole thing I noticed last year when they were making that run was it was like a college dugout. Right. Really enthusiastic, everybody up, everybody smiling. And then once it got to the point where they've been in the lead this whole time, not coming from behind and nobody expects anything.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot different when you're the one being chased.
No doubt. There's no doubt about it.
And you could see, oh my God, you could see just the 3-run homers with nobody on. Just everybody went up there trying to, I mean, the games I saw in Detroit were awful. Runners stranded. They stranded, I think, 22 runners against Cleveland these 3 games. They're not moving.
No, it's more like 47 runners when you put together the 6 games.
Yeah.
They stranded. They've put way more people on base than the Indians have. Almost double the amount of runners. The other problem that I've seen, and you can go ahead. Yes, the starting pitching has been great, but the walk rate in the last 5 weeks is through the roof. The Tigers before this whole slide started, the Tigers starting staff was averaging just around 3 walks a game. Now they're averaging 7 walks a game.
That's it.
That kind of you're giving free rides like that. Then all of a sudden you're screwed.
And they brought. Who was it the other night that I forget the name, but he used to pitch for Pittsburgh that they brought in, and he didn't get any one of the 3 guys out in the 9th inning, and then he's
not Mendoza.
Somebody we claimed again that we had in the minors for about a month and a half. That has had.
Look at Harris is going to get a serious amount of. He hasn't so far. The only guy that I've seen, Bob Wojnarowski, Wojo, in the news has been talking about this for a couple of weeks. Okay, we didn't want to give up any of our assets.
Right.
How many times do you? So are you telling me that? So we didn't trade anybody, and we had the best record in baseball for X amount of moving into the playoffs. Are you guaranteed that these guys are coming up next year? We're going to have a better team and a better chance at going to the World Series because you didn't move anybody? Right. You better be frickin' certain of that.
Yeah.
The thing that's disappointing is as if they learned nothing from Baltimore. And Baltimore had surely shown this year that, oh, yeah, we had our shot last year. We didn't go ahead and give up that package for Skubal because we protected all these guys in the minors.
Is he even playing that shortstop that was supposed to be great?
Right. I know. I've heard nothing about him.
I know he was in the lineup.
Holiday, Jackson Holiday.
Yeah. Hunter Henderson's the shortstop.
In the Henderson is the second.
He's playing second. But Baltimore didn't go for it.
No, they didn't.
And look who went for it this year, and look who's about to get the best record in the American League, and who I think is going to end up in the
Mariners.
The Mariners.
Yeah.
You pick up Josh Naylor. You pick up Suarez. You pick up
professional guys that you know.
3 solid bats.
Yeah.
To that lineup, and then Julio Rodriguez gets hot. And Raleigh hit his 60th.
Well, of course, Julio Rodriguez got hot because you put 5. No, you put 5 professional hitters around him, and you can't pitch around him.
You're going to get some pitches. Yeah.
I mean, look at how much
that lineup.
When Giancarlo Stanton is in the lineup, how many more pitches does Judge get to hit?
For sure.
I mean, it's pretty simple math.
So true. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, no protection. They didn't pitch to him.
Yeah. Where are the days when who was it that when the Tigers were all prepped to go to the World Series, and our protection for Miggy blew out his.
Was it Martinez? Was it
Ordonez?
Oh, Maglio.
And so what did they do? They went and got Cecil Fielder. Prince Fielder.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, now he couldn't hit a lick in the World Series.
No,
but before that,
different owner, different.
Mr.
Yeah, I mean,
that's Mr. I was willing. He was willing to spend the dough to try to get.
Well, you also had Dave Dombrowski in there going, "This is what we got."
Freewheeling Dave, baby. He's like, "I'll spend your money.
Sell some more pizza."
Phillies are clinched.
Phillies are gonna,
They had 8 home runs the other night. Dave's got the old lineup back together. He's got the pitching staff that he wants, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Aaron Nola's pitching better. The thing I've just been
it's going to be
irritated was just about the fact that Seattle went all in.
Uh-huh.
And we just acted. If you have these prospects that you don't want to move, you don't call up any of them.
Right. That's what No, that's what I just said.
But
why did none of those guys come up?
Scooble's got one more year.
Yeah, I understand it.
Are we going to trade him now? Or are we going to
well, exactly. You're going to have to make that decision because if you pay him $400 million or whatever the heck it's going to be, dude, you got to really.
But what Gordon is saying is you got a free month to figure out if any of these guys have serious potential to be all-stars, and not one of them come up. Number one, I never even saw that question from any reporter in this town. Keith's been talking about this for a while, Keith Gave, about how lazy the sports reporting is in this town.
Yes.
And it has become super lazy because, I never saw Mitch Albom bring this up in the paper. I haven't even seen Wojo. Now, Wojo's been talking about why didn't they make a deal, but why didn't any of these three guys who are in the top, 25 in the MLB pipeline, right? Why did they not even see the field?
What did you have to lose other than starting the clock? On control, on contract issues? Because you can't sit there and tell me that you'd rather have Trey Sweeney in the lineup right now over McGonigal. Mm-hmm. He homered and tripled again the other night. They just won their playoff series. It's like
they could still bring him up today.
I feel like this is for the Erie Seawolves to win a championship. Because I felt that way for years about the Griffins.
Right.
It's like Grand Rapids wins Calder Cups and the Red Wings don't make the playoffs. We got a 38-year-old first-round draft pick in the minors playing
I wonder if
goalie.
this has anything to do with
Sebastian Cosa's going to retire before
a different. I've heard from a lot of people that Cosa is never going to be an NHL goallie. If the Wings thought that, then why did they go ahead and sign this Gibson guy?
Go trade for
Gibson.
Exactly. It's insane.
Yeah,
they won't let him give a shot, but they've given a shot to every washed-up NHL goaltender. The Mrazek trade was interesting.
Is Chris Harris how hot the Tigers got and end up going
Scott Harris,
epic,
but yeah.
Scott Harris.
Yeah.
And is that going to end up coming back to kind of haunt him because by all means this happened a year or two ahead of schedule. They really didn't expect that to happen to make the playoffs last year, but they did and won a series and all of that, and the expectations went from here to here, and then all of a sudden,
obviously not from here to here in the general manager's office.
Right. Well, and that's what I say. Scott Harris, he wasn't maybe prepared for that, wasn't ready for it, because he's still wheeling and dealing like, look, these young guys. Well, when you do that, it's hard to marry really good experienced guys with the super young guy. What are you going to do? Are you going for it now? Because we may only have Scooble for one more year. And if that's the case, then we have.
What do you mean? We are only going to have Scooble for one more. Do you really expect the Tigers to pay $750 million for a starting pitcher?
Well, here's my issue.
I wouldn't personally. I love Scooble, but I would not do that.
He's a 6-inning starting pitcher. Right?
I understand.
Yeah,
but that's part of the Hinch administration. I think he can pitch 8 innings.
He's running pitch counts, but then the other day is a perfect example. Boston's playing Toronto. Crochet shut out Toronto.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to pay that kind of money,
he was throwing.
Better go 8 or 9 innings
when he closed out his what was that Monday? He pitched Monday. No, he pitched Tuesday, the opening of the series, right?
Yeah.
And he got into a little bit of trouble in the 6th inning, and the last 9 pitches he threw were all over 100 miles an hour. You're telling me that he can't go another inning?
There's still gas in the tank.
How many times have we seen his final pitch in one of his starts? 102 on the last pitch.
Yeah,
because he knows he's coming out, but.
I don't know
I don't know why he was thinking that he was Dominic Raiola on that bunt. I mean,
to snap that over Torkelson's head.
It was. I've never seen that.
Oh my God!
Yes, you have.
With that blind between your legs.
When the Tigers lost the World Series, when the surprise World Series, when Verlander and everything else, how many bad throwing errors did the Tigers make?
It's like they never fielded a ball ever
in their lives.
Ever, yeah. It was just little league stuff.
Or they didn't even know where first base was.
Yeah.
And the other thing that disappointed me too is that.
So I want you to take that back.
Well, no, this was more egregious because he literally bent over and
snapped it. Yep, exactly.
Like a football pass and and missed the punter.
And he did. Yeah, Torque wasn't. Yeah, it was a false start because Torque wasn't ready for it. It just like sailed right over his head.
And then, of course, that guy takes the ball in the face, and Scooble's not the same. He can't even throw the ball.
That's exactly right.
And that's the point that I was going to make was, with all the accolades to Fetter and all the genius that they have in that system, you watch Scooble, you watch Flaherty, and as soon as something goes wrong, it's two more batters.
Yeah. But that's baseball. That is baseball.
They don't move on.
It doesn't matter. There's very few starting pitchers that move on. Very few.
These seem worse.
Mentally.
Matt Scherzer had this problem for the tie. Scherzer had this problem for 2 years.
Oh, by the way, have you seen his last two starts?
Yeah.
He didn't make an inning.
No, I know. He's done. And so, I love Ben Verlander. Did you see Ben Verlander?
I did not.
That's what happens when you don't trade for my brother. And then his last start, Verlander, when the Giants really needed him to make a start because they did have a shot going into this week, he gave up 5 runs in an inning and a third. So thank you, Ben.
Ben, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben's a little biased.
Just a little.
Ben's a little biased.
I think he's on the payroll.
But,
he might be.
We chose Alex Cobb instead, so we knew what we were doing.
We will be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Faceoff, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway from TVC. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United, or enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. TVCAirport.com.
Get cooking with Skillet. Saturday, November 29th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with Michigan's own Pop Evil. Tickets start at $59 and on sale Saturday, September 27th at the box office or etix.com. Party and play at Soaring Eagle Casino with Skillet and Pop Evil Saturday, November 29th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Who knew? Fresh air is a destination. Breathe in the glacial carved canvas of northern Michigan's finest golf courses and have your breath taken away by scenic vistas from tee to green. The perfect place to perfect your game in more ways than one. The waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. Escape every day. Discover the magic of 90 holes at one resort. Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com.
The all-new Mahindra 1100 and 2100 compact tractors are tougher and smarter than anything else out there. With reliable diesel power, our best ever lift capacity, easy-to-use dual-pedal HST, and built-in tech like crank assist, a push-button PTO, and a handy companion app, Mahindra is outworking the field. Head to your local dealer now to get great deals on these all-new tractors.
Visit your Mahindra dealer at Zaremba Equipment in Gaylord or online at zarembaequipment.com or Pioneer Diesel in Traverse City or pioneerdiesel.com.
Find the lowest prices on fall golf deals that rock, only at QDealsMI.com. Get a round of golf with a card at Sugar Springs in Gladwin for just $25. Or treat your whole foursome for just $75 and save even more. Sugar Springs in Gladwin, fall golf deals that rock. Head to QDealsMI.com for the guaranteed lowest prices for fall golf. Quantities are limited. When they're sold out, they're gone. Only from QDealsMI.com. QDealsMI.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan's Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
Welcome back to Friday Face-Off here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. It's time for Destination NFL because I don't know if we have any. Did you check the Cleveland thing, Kevin? It looks like we're going to be playing the Guardians in the playoffs.
Oh, I I don't know. My baseball gods are not favorable to me, you know, Jerry. I have to say I was saying it was all Autumn's fault, but this last week I have to take the blame myself and bear it on my shoulders.
Yeah, what did you bring back from the UK?
I don't know. I something terrible, I tell you. So I'm glad we won last night, but hey, we got to get our team in gear here against Boston.
Yeah, they got to win 2 out of 3. That's pretty much it. Yep.
Yep, we got to make it happen. So last minute to Boston, 3:40 round trip. So get out there as fast as possible and make it happen. But we got to have the baseball gods come our way.
Well, are you going? Because I know you have tickets for Saturday's game.
Well, I'm still trying to make it happen, but my son pulled out on me. You know that thing called work. He's actually flying over to Sweden, so we're discombobulated at the moment. But I have some angles, and we'll see what happens. But that means I get on the flight tomorrow. And get out there and make that happen, and what you can do, JetBlue, last second, Saturday morning.
There you go.
Starts at 11, the game's at 4:10. You'll be there in plenty of time.
That's right. So yeah, you can sit next to Kevin and take the jinx stink off of him.
Something. Someone's got to help me. And then we got, let's just keep moving on because, we got to turn the page.
Yeah, Detroit Lions on the road.
On the road. We're in Cincinnati, 269.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. October 5th. October 12th, we're against the Chiefs, 471. Not bad. And then our away game against the Commanders. Now, this is, I think, the hot deal.
Okay.
Is Flying United, 249 into Baltimore to get there to watch them play the Commanders. So not too far away. Philadelphia, 313. But, advanced planning for those December games in Los Angeles, 289.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Anytime you think about going out west and you can go 289, buy that ticket today.
You absolutely, and go to SoFi Stadium. What a fantastic opportunity. Going backwards, though, I would get that Cincinnati ticket now because you can get cheap tickets to go see the Bungles. Definitely flying to Cincinnati and buying a pair of tickets to see the Bengals will be way cheaper than driving to Ford Field and paying the $900 for a pair of tickets that tickets for going for the Lions right now. That's what it is. For nosebleed seats for any home game now on the secondary market, you're talking about $800 to $900 for a pair.
Wow. I'm going to Cincy. We're on the road. Hey, what a way to go. But this time of year, wow, all kinds of sports are happening. Wrapping up preseason hockey. People are talking about basketball. People are talking even NASCAR. What better sport time of the year than
don't start talking about NASCAR. Jesus. God.
I had to throw it out there. It's happening, Jerry. It's happening.
All right, hold on. We've got one. Gordon wants to ask you a question.
All right.
I had one question. I need a quote for Santa Clara, the second Sunday in February.
Ooh.
I'll have that for you. I got to pull up my computer, but Santa Clara, we can do that. I'll get it for you.
All right, you text me with it. I'll give him the answer during the show, Kevin.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, Kev, where do people find these fantastic flight offers?
You go to tvcairport.com, and remember, vote for us. We're one of the 10 best resort airports out there. Go to tvcairport.com, cast your vote on USA's 10 best.
That's right. The USA Today is looking at the 10 best resort airports. We all know already that it's TVC Airport, but you need to cast that vote. Well, let's get that done, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right. Even when the when he's cursing the baseball team, he's still got a smile on him.
Oh, he does. He's laughing and giggling. Oh yeah, Kevin's the best, absolute best.
So I don't want to talk anymore about the Tigers. I mean, it's as simple as that. They got to They could win one out of the 3 games, depending on what the Astros do and make the playoffs.
Right.
But they've got to win 2 games.
Yeah, to feel good.
The Astros only won 2 and we would have won.
Yeah. Well, we have the tiebreaker over them. But you need to talk to the
What is the magic? Is it down to? Is it 2? The magic number now?
Magic number is 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Magic number is 2, but there's also a magic number of 3. Cleveland's going to lose to Texas at least once. And Boston's not good at home, and they face all the pressure. How much pressure would you have going into that series?
Let me ask you,
at home,
if you're the Hinch, you are praying that the Tigers can win the first 2 games so you don't have to pitch Skubal on Sunday.
Sundays,
yeah.
yes.
He'd be gone for the wild card
That's
series.
right.
Yeah.
He would just be gone.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because again, just good. Not to be good for the Tigers set up rotation going into those playoffs. That's for sure.
One last thing. We are going to talk about the NFL, and we don't have to talk about college football really because neither Michigan nor Michigan State play this week. But how about Michigan kicking some ass on Nebraska? That defense looks pretty good to me.
You missed me last week. I had all these predictions.
I bet you I bet you all of them came in.
Yeah, was over Baltimore. That was my number 1.
Yeah,
that was right up there.
Right
up there with Cleveland over Green Bay.
Troy Melton. I knew he would pitch great. I thought they made a big mistake by making him a medium reliever.
Yeah.
They kept hoping that Morton or Paddock. Boy, did they put way too much faith in those.
I saw that Morton start in person. It was even worse. I wanted to grab a bat.
His last start as a Tiger.
Yeah, but he's back in Atlanta.
He got signed. Yeah, he did. But no, Melton, that kid, he looks like he's 14 years old. By the way,
I don't care.
And I'm just saying, he looks so youthful, and he pitched so well.
Yeah.
That kid, there's
he's
potential
only had
there.
one bad outing for the Tigers.
The first one.
No, he made 3 quality starts for the Tigers. He had in one of his relief appearances during that homestand that you went down for, he gave up 3 runs or so.
Yeah, he got hit a little bit. But the other thing they've been doing with him though is when he came up and he pitched so well, they talked about about the innings limit. So then they throw him in the bullpen, and they have him warm up about 78 times during the last couple months of the season, not bring him in. So he's actually thrown more than he would have if he had just been a starter. Which, considering the starters that they had at that point,
that's his future for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody hear anything about Reese Olson since they said maybe playoffs? I've heard nothing.
I've heard nothing about him.
Obviously, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Bullpen pitching madness. Yes, again. Right. If we get in. That's first. Let's just get in. Then anything can happen.
Yeah, let's take a quick break here, and then we'll talk about the Lions, the best football game they have played under Dan Campbell, if you ask me.
It was an impressive feat.
It was an impressive win. We've got a big schedule of NFL games. I don't know if we'll talk about hockey quite yet, but lots to comment on here on Friday Faceoff on Up North Sports Radio, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
It's time for the Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it.
I'm Melissa Sullivan, outdoor enthusiast and your host. And with this recent rain across northern Michigan, you'll notice a drop in dust in many areas and maybe even a little mud. Fall colors also are breathtaking right now. Another beauty of riding in northern Michigan is you don't always have to start at the trailhead. We've rented a side-by-side in Otsego County and took county roads south, connecting to ORV routes in Kalkaska County. We filled our bellies in the Starvation Lake area and our takes in Frederick before having more fun on the routes riding the rolling sandy hills home. It is crucial, though, to know the rules. In Kalkaska County, ORV use is permitted on all county roads with an ORV speed limit of 25 miles an hour. In neighboring Otsego and Crawford counties, the rules are a bit different, and there are township restrictions you should be aware of. The Kalkaska ORV route is about 72 miles on the north map, with another 33 miles on the south map. I'll share more about the area of where you can learn about ORV ordinances at upnorthsportsradio.com. Even if you've got to rent something, the trails are calling and the colors are waiting. Respect your fellow riders, ride right, and don't leave the trash. Leave a good impression.
This has been your Up North Sports Radio Northern Michigan Trail Report, brought to you by your Michigan Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Toro, count on it. Mowing the yard will no longer be a chore with a Toro Time Cutter, built to tackle big jobs while fitting in small spaces with zero-turn maneuverability. Getting on and off the mower is a breeze with a step-through front end. Comfort comes standard with a seat that provides the ultimate in padding and back support. The Toro Time Cutter is available in a variety of deck sizes and special features. Head to your local Toro authorized dealer, Outdoor Equipment Co. in Houghton Lake, Lansing, and Detroit, or visit OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Toro, count on it.
It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway from TVC. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United, or enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. TVCAirport.com.
Golfers just don't feel right when we don't play on the weekend, and it's hard to play on both days. So do the next best thing and tune in to 101.1 WGRY at 9 a.m. Saturdays and Sundays for Finding Fairways. Jerry Coyne here, the host of Finding Fairways for 10 years now. Join me and my co-hosts Dan Pohl, Ray Hearn, Joe Charles, and Kevin Frisch as we discuss the tours, training, and places to play. We have it all on video up at UpNorthSportsRadio.com on the Features tab. Find your fairways thanks to Boyne Golf and PXG Clubs.
Otsego County Sportsplex is your best place for recreation and fitness in northern Michigan. With a beautiful swimming pool, incredible hockey rink, and many classes like karate, yoga, and spinning, Otsego County Sportsplex has activities for all. Reserve the pickleball court or just come by and walk the track. For classes and lessons, space is limited, so call 989-731-3546 today. That's 989-731-3546 or visit ocsportsplex.com.
Watch the TC West Titans streaming live at UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
Brought to you in part by Jimmy John's in Traverse City, the sandwich of sandwiches.
TC West Titans on UpNorthSportsRadio.com.
Welcome back to Finding Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. Jerry Coyne, Rich Calkins, and our good buddy Gordon Miller joining us live in studio. Hi, Gordon.
Hey, Jerry.
Go ahead. There you go.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, everybody.
See, honey, I am here.
I am.
You can watch this car crash of a radio show on Up North Sports Radio on Facebook or our YouTube channel. But like I said in the last part, that is the best I've ever seen the Detroit Lions play. Really.
Oh, geez.
I loved the adjustments. I loved how they were. I mean, the
How they corralled Lamar.
the most mobile quarterback ever.
Henry at the goal line.
It was a great game plan.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, I don't know how, our D-line dominated that offensive line, and those are some big boys.
Oh, yeah.
They were getting pressure with four-man rush, which I haven't seen.
No, but those
they're huge.
Those are huge.
Yeah, the line for the Ravens they're just
massive.
monsters.
Lindbaum has been an all-pro
because,
but,
7 sacks.
Obviously Tyleik Williams is doing okay.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, he plays the position at D tackle that you don't get a bunch of love, and again, because the cameras aren't going to follow them most of the time unless they're getting pressure.
Unless you're number 54.
Unless you're number 54, right?
And he says he's just about ready
just about ready. But you heard about Mbeke not being there for them, and they never mentioned about the Lions guys that aren't there right now. But again, that's okay. We'll take it. But what an incredible overall performance across the board.
It really was. And what was funny, like you said, was the immediate mention of, well, they're missing a few key guys.
Always.
Kyle Van Noy is now a key guy in the NFL.
He played great for them.
Oh. Yep. It's a system.
It is a system, that's for sure.
It was a square peg.
The square peg, wrong hole there for sure.
Wrong coach.
Yeah, wrong. That's for sure.
He's now coaching an Ohio State defense, and I'm rooting for the Huskies tomorrow.
Are you okay?
Go Washington.
All right.
Beat Ohio State just for fun.
Well, it'll be interesting. Ohio State hasn't. They play Texas at home. I don't know how good Texas really is.
Yeah.
But they are going to experience something that Ohio State fans don't see very often, because even with half as many butts in the seats, that Washington Stadium is a frickin' noise machine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And Washington's not bad.
No, I mean the
Right.
spread's a little over a touchdown. If Ohio State,
Oh,
was
I love.
so great, then they'd
I
be favored by 17.
no, I love Washington getting over 7.
Yeah, they were 8.5 earlier in the week. I didn't see anything later on, but yeah, no. And heading back to the Lions, that was we've seen some performances at home, and we've seen some great wins at home. And my all-time favorite home win, I think, was actually with Matt Patricia against New England. Because when Brady came into Detroit,
That's when
they shut them down. We saved that tape and we said, all right, no matter how bad they are, don't lose that recording because, hey, buddy, I'm coming over Friday. Let's watch that Patriot. This was 2 years, it was 2 years later.
Why are you bringing up Matt Patricia? I can't even.
He beat the Patriots.
I don't care. We're talking about this Detroit Lions football team and a team that's coming into town here that you better not take very lightly.
For sure. I was glad to see them win against the Packers, to be honest with you, because they have the best run defense in the NFL through 3 games, of course, here. So we won't get carried away too much. But they have a really great D-line, and again, coached by former Lion Jim Schwartz. So it's going to be fun. I to match the intensity that they had on Monday night will be tough, I think, even though the home crowd will help.
I mean, we kept thinking last year that, Tennessee's coming in. It's a trap game. Oh, Jacksonville's coming in. It's a trap game. And then 38 points later, we're like, all right, this team is built different.
Yeah.
None of those teams had the defense that the Cleveland Browns are bringing in.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't think they wouldn't overlook anybody in the NFL because, you've seen things deteriorate very quickly, and there's always the risk of injury. But
Garrett
understood Cleveland's defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland was shut out for 56 minutes, and then the Packers went to that prevent that worked so well for everybody. But I don't see Cleveland having a chance this week. I may not bet my Gibbs and Montgomery props that I usually do because they've been good for touchdowns.
I love the Browns getting the 8.5.
Yeah.
I don't think the Lions are going to cover that spread. I think this is going to be what's the over? Over is under 45. To me, this is a 24.
17.
Yeah.
Something game like that. Yeah.
So it's going to be 35 to 7, but I'll just let you have your way.
Okay,
You're the
that's
host.
fine.
Right, it's your show.
No, I've proven myself wrong day in, day out. Ask my wife.
Right, well, we're going to try this again then. Let's see it. Rich, let's play.
Let's try it all over again.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Let's play.
Let's
make Jerry wrong.
He's got pen to paper.
Let's do Gordo versus JC
Okay,
for a
let's do it.
bagel.
All right.
All right.
For the bagel.
Here we go.
You're on.
All right.
No
the
cream cheese, 'cause that
Vikings,
costs too much.
Vikings, Steelers. Okay.
Vikings, Steelers. I have to take the Carson Wentz led Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're
Kevin
going
O'Connell.
to give the 1.5 to the Steelers?
We need to do this against the spreads.
Yes.
Fine, I'll give the 1.5 to the Steelers.
That's fine. You like the Vikes. I like the Steelers.
I just don't like Pittsburgh's quarterback.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why the Steelers are playing in Dublin. Who's the owner of the team?
Yeah.
The Chargers are giving 5.5 to the Giants in New York.
And this is the debut of Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I'll give the 5.5. I don't have any faith in Jackson Dart against the Chargers.
I'm giving the 5.5 too, so we got nothing there.
Oh, fine.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to just disagree
opposite.
with you.
Right,
Jesus.
right.
Well, hell, let me pick first, then you get the other side.
I can pick first. You
I'll-
just did pick first.
Fine, you pick.
I don't. It's obvious to me that Jim Harbaugh is not going to have any problems with Jackson Dart. He's 7-2 in the NFL versus rookie quarterbacks. It's almost like Belichick.
I got the Chargers winning the AFC West at the beginning of the year, so I'm fine with the Chargers.
I love how he just comes up with these.
It's still.
I knew Secretariat was going to win by 34
It's
lengths.
3 games in. There's 14 to go. You can mark it down. The Chargers are going to win the AFC West.
Because they have a 3-game lead on everybody in the division already.
There's 14 to go, and they play them 5 times.
Why don't you go out on a limb and say that the Chiefs are going to win the division?
Chiefs won't win 12 games.
Okay, that's fine. Titans, Texans. The Texans are giving 6.5 to the Titans.
They have not played well at all. Offensive line for Texas is horrible.
Okay.
Where's that game at?
It's in Houston.
Oh, my God.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, they do.
This could be the end of that head coach if they lose that game. I mean, it's starting off 0-4.
It's kind of season. They got a rookie quarterback and everything else. Whatever. I like the under, and it's the lowest under. It's 39.5. That's a low under.
We're going low.
Yeah.
All right. Our play of that game is I'm going under 2.
All right. So, the spread is 7. No, that's not right. I like the Texans giving the number.
I'll take Tennessee to cover.
All right.
Because it's hard for a winless team to cover anything. They've got that losing mindset. They're ready.
All right. The Commanders are giving 3.5 to the Falcons. Atlanta is at home.
I said, Atlanta, is this a bounce back game? They got humiliated last week.
That was confusing.
That was a shocker
last week.
That was confusing. Oh, my gosh.
Washington is in trouble.
Well, Mariota's got to play again.
And honestly, he might be a better just pro-style quarterback than Jay.
So what do you like here, Gordo? I'm taking the Falcons getting 1.5 points.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good question. It's as bad as Atlanta played last week.
They did.
And they won the week before, but they were going up against the end of the JJ era.
Well,
so
I think
it's hard to gauge.
Here's what I think.
I'll take Washington. They're a playoff.
Okay, that's fine.
They're a returning playoff team.
The reason why I like Atlanta, because I don't think they'll give Penix much of a.
Do we see Cousins
with Cousins on the bench, and they can't afford to lose that many games. You know that'll make, if they lose that makes them 1-3.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay is 3-0 right now, so I don't think Michael Penix is going to get a very long leash.
Yeah.
So Tampa's got a walkover this week against Philly. So.
Yeah. Right.
Tampa's going undefeated.
The Saints are getting 14.5 from the Bills.
I'll take Buffalo.
I got Buffalo too.
I'll take the over. I'll take the Buffalo team total over.
The days of the Aints are back.
I'll take Josh Allen to have 5 touchdowns.
So the Eagles are only giving the Bucks 2.5.
They're beat. Man, they're beat up. Tampa Bay's beat up. But
they are.
You see Baker against the Eagles record?
Are we both taking the Eagles?
I'm taking Tampa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tampa to win.
Plus 2.5. Okay. And you like the Lions giving 9.5 to the Browns?
At home, I'll take the Lions until they don't cover.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I'm taking the Browns.
You're padding that because it's probably 7. But you just
no, it's right here.
What site are you looking at?
Oh, this is ESPN Bet.
It says Jerry's Adjusted Lines.
That's right.
I saw it.
I'll adjust your line.
Okay. Again, Jerry, you expect the Lions to win, but they're not going to cover.
Yeah,
right?
they're not going to cover 9.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard-fought game. I agree.
They played the best game they've ever played in their life. There's no way they're going to repeat that
exactly.
particular performance.
I don't on a short week,
if I
it's
see
hard
it,
to
I'm
match
happy to
lose
the money. All right, so you'll
be getting texts. I was wrong, and I'm glad to be wrong.
That's right. I'm glad to be wrong. All right, here's a game that I could give 2 shits about. Yes, I did say that. I'm sorry. The Panthers and the Patriots. The Patriots are giving the Panthers 4.5. The Pats are at home. Yeah, who gives a crap?
Yeah.
Something about the Panthers win last week tells you that. Bryce Young has not played.
I've got the Pats.
They gave away that game last week. They should have won, and they turned it over 4 or 5 times, and they should have won it. But
I'll take Carolina only because we have to.
Jags 49ers. Jags are getting 3.5 in San Francisco.
Oh God, why is San Francisco?
Just why do they keep winning? How do they do it?
I'm taking the Jags and the points.
This is the worst 3-0 team I've ever seen.
100%. 100%. And Bosa's out now?
Oh, yeah, for the year.
Always out.
Yeah.
He was done. The other Bosa, these
yeah.
guys, they must practice.
Joey's up in Buffalo, though, running around. And
actually, Nick Bosa played every single game last year, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a stud.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, don't say it then.
I said, I'm just saying. You said he never plays.
I'm talking about Joey. I got the
Joey started all 3 games for the Bills so far.
So far. Yes, he is.
Would you stop?
Right. He's no market.
Are you taking the Niners or the Jags?
I'm taking the Jags. The Niners have to lose.
Joey Bosa's no Marcus Davenport.
Wow, was that a shot?
I was a shot. I just get so.
Oh,
man.
boy, I just get so wound up.
Yeah.
So this is really actually a great football game. The Colts are traveling to L.A. to play the Rams.
That is a
the
good
Colts
one.
are getting to. I mean,
The surprising
are the Colts for
man.
real. They've only punted once in 3 games.
One time.
That's insane.
And it's not like the Rams got lit up in the second half
No.
defensively at all.
They played not to lose.
Yeah, they did. They
played
got
not to
tight,
lose.
and it just like.
Couldn't happen to a better coach.
Yeah.
I'm not a Sean McVay.
Oh, you're not. You're not a fan of his, eh?
A guy that recruits a quarterback.
So you like the Colts giving it 3.5?
Sure, why not? Daniel Jones, Duke quarterback. He's,
Jonathan Taylor running the ball.
I'm taking the Rams.
Isn't it, the funniest thing though?
The
is to
Chiefs
watch
are
Daniel Jones.
okay in the time to panic bowl.
Yes.
The Ravens are giving the Chiefs 2.5 on the road.
I know.
And Lamar's got such a great record against them. He doesn't beat any team.
When's the last time
Kansas City
Kansas City's been a home dog?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Well, yeah, I'll take
the Chiefs in this game.
All right, that's fine. There's another disagreement. I like the Ravens here.
Yeah. Lamar just hasn't done well against KC.
The Bears versus the Raiders. The Bears are getting 1.5 in Vegas.
Oh, God, I hate this. I got to take the Bears, but I hate it. I hate it. Go
Okay,
Raiders.
I love it. So I'm taking Vegas.
Go Raiders. Go Raiders. If the Bears win this game, I'm not going to be on Twitter anymore. X, as they call it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be reading
Okay.
It will be your X.
This line I don't understand.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so the Packers are only giving 6.5 to the Cowboys. Are the Cowboys
my
really going to buck up and say, we hate Micah Parsons and we're going to prove
No.
it?
No.
Do you like the Pack? You like the boys getting 6.5 at home? In
No,
Cherry World?
no CD Lamb. No.
They don't win at home.
Oh yeah.
Micah gets hurt second quarter. Packers win the
game.
Okay. They're gonna chop block them.
I think.
But are you taking the Packers giving the points?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Packers.
We don't have a bet.
They'll boat race them.
Dallas is bad.
Yeah, they're.
I mean, they made Ben Johnson look like.
All right, we got two Monday nighters again.
Yep.
Jets are playing the Dolphins. Oh my God, what a horrible game! The Dolphins are giving 2.5 to the Jets.
Oh God.
I like the Jets.
I don't like it.
Where is that? Is that at New York?
In Miami. That's why.
Okay.
And the Jets are atrocious. It doesn't matter when they go down there.
Yeah.
But I'm counting it. Aaron Glenn is doing a great job. Maybe
He
they're
was-
0-3.
He almost won a game.
He almost. And they recorded that dance down the sideline when he thought he was going to win.
They took the lead. He danced.
Who are you taking?
I'm thinking.
Focus factor.
I'm stalling for an answer. I'll take.
What great radio when there's just dead silence for more than 30
You're
seconds.
still talking. I'll take Miami then. Fine.
All right, fine.
Rush me. The Justin Fields game. Is he even playing? Did he get hurt?
Yeah, he had
Fields
that
is back.
concussion. Yeah,
Fields
he's back. Good.
He's back. Okay.
And the Broncos are giving 7.5 to the Bungles in Denver. I love Denver.
I think Denver's ready for a big explosion here. I mean, they've lost some tight games through some weird ways, and there's good.
I mean, Browning, people thought there wasn't that much of a drop-off. Then they found out there's a big drop-off. So.
Yeah, I've got to go against Jake Browning, and I hope the Bengals get beat up in this game because we play them the week after.
All right, there you go. And you can fly super cheap.
Yes.
To go
we
see
found
them.
that out.
All right. We'll be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Who knew? Fresh air is a destination. Breathe in the glacial carved canvas of northern Michigan's finest golf courses and have your breath taken away by scenic vistas from tee to green. The perfect place to perfect your game in more ways than one. The waves, woods, and wonder of Bel Air. Escape every day. Discover the magic of 90 holes at one resort. Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air and online at shantycreek.com.
It's an autumn extravaganza in the heart of the village of Roscommon Saturday, October 4th. Kidtoberfest at Hiawatha Park from 12 to 4 p.m. with family-friendly games, prizes, bounce houses, food, and drinks. 5 live bands bring on Rocktoberfest from 1 to 10:30 p.m. at the new AuSable River Center Pavilion. Try delicious culinary offerings from local restaurants, food trucks, and concessions. Plus a great selection of craft domestic beer and wine. It's autumn magic at Kidtoberfest and Rocktoberfest October 4th in the village of Roscommon.
TVC's tip of the day. It's time to book your holiday and winter getaway, and TVC is ready to take you there. Whether you're visiting family and friends or chasing sunshine on southern beaches, TVC is the perfect flight for you. This fall, fly nonstop to Boston with JetBlue and experience the vibrant colors of autumn in the Northeast. Or choose from top carriers like American, Delta, and United. Plus enjoy ultra-low fares on Allegiant. Seats are filling fast. Book your holiday and winter travel today. Explore all your flight options at tvcairport.com.
Who can help me with health insurance? Janssen Insurance. What about Medicare? Janssen Insurance. Who can help me with my home and auto? Janssen Insurance. I'm buying a boat, a camper, side-by-side, motorcycle. Who can help with that? Janssen Insurance. I own a business. Who can help me with insurance for that? Janssen Insurance. Call Janssen Insurance today to discuss your needs at 989-348-6711. Request a meeting online or simply stop by the office. We look forward to the opportunity to earn your business.
Right now, Sunburst Marine is taking pre-orders for the 2026 Avalon pontoon line. Sunburst Marine has sold out of its allotment every year, so now is the time to make sure you get the award-winning Avalon pontoon exactly the way you want it. Sunburst has been servicing, storing, and restoring your boats for over 20 years. Call Sunburst Marine at 989-731-5491 or visit sunburstmarine.com today for inside or outside storage and shrink wrapping of your boats. Stem to stern, we're here for you.
Tune into Up North Sports Radio for U of M football. Brought to you in part by Twin Birch Golf Club and Restaurant in Kalkaska. A great place to catch the game. TwinBirchGolf.com. WGRY, Up North Sports Radio.
Welcome back to Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio, 101.1 WGRY. Jerry Coyne, Rich Hawkins, Gordon Miller. Guys, the colors are starting to change. It's perfect time for golf. I was out at Shanty Creek on Sunday, and the colors was just starting to change. Had a great round of golf. And, of course, you've got just a couple days left to book 18 holes of golf for only $35 for from now till October 19th on any of the 5 courses. You can't. I mean, that's incredible. That's cheaper than Grayling Country Club.
That is just unbelievable. Take in the sights, great courses, have a ball.
You can go play. Put your wife on the chairlift. She can do the chairlift rides.
Just leave her there and take off.
There you go. You won't even know where she was gone for 4 hours.
Chairlifts, yeah.
Gordon does marriage counseling on the side, in case you were wondering.
He does mortgages,
years, buddy. 39
years.
That's
why he's in the mortgage. That's why he's in the mortgage business, because
right.
She's got to sell the house.
Maybe I'll get a couple of sales out of these guys here.
It's a 2-for-1.
It is a 2-for.
So the fall chair rides start tomorrow. So only $10. You get on the chairlift. You go through the beautiful changing colors. You can go with a draft beer or some hot chocolate. You can check it all out at shantycreek.com. I'll be playing there at least one more time before the golf season is over. The golf season might be over for the Americans. So the matches did not go America's way so far, folks. Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas lost 4 and 3 to Terrell Hatton and John Rahm. Matt Fitzpatrick and Lucas Aberg beat Scotty Scheffler and Russell Hanley 5 and 3. Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood beat Harris English and Colin Morikawa. I assume that was going to happen anyways.
Right.
That was 5 and 4. But now our only hope for a point is Patrick Cantley and Xander Schauffele. They are one up on Robert McIntyre and Victor Hovland.
They need that point. That's
they
desperate.
Gotta have that point.
They do. Yeah, we're talking Ryder Cup here, sports fans.
The pressure on them now on the next 5 holes.
Oh, yeah,
is just terrifying, really.
Yeah.
This could be over before it starts. This is what happened in Rome 2 years ago. They got skunked 4-0 in the foursomes, which I said on Finding Fairways, and you'll see it if you want to hear it or watch it tomorrow or Sunday, that they should have started out with 4-ball instead of foursomes because they are much better at each playing their own ball than playing alternate shot, but they didn't, and now it's so they're going to have to win 3 or 4 of the matches in foursomes. Or that crowd, that New York crowd that they were counting on is going to be completely dormant. And this could be over before it started. It's good, actually, for me, because I'm traveling tomorrow, and I've got things to do on Sunday, so I wasn't going to be able to watch any of it anyway. So who wants to watch a shellacking?
I'll be at Ford Field. Watching the Lions blow out the Browns.
There you go. By 10.
By 10.
By 10. At least.
At least.
As we said earlier in the show, Michigan and Michigan State is off. I cannot believe that the Spartans kept it within 17.5.
They did.
Against USC.
USC, Illinois is going to be an interesting matchup.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know what happened
to
Illinois.
I mean,
Indiana.
I didn't see that coming. Not like that.
I don't think Illinois saw it coming.
My wallet didn't see it coming.
That was intense.
That was
Kurt
one.
Cignetti. What? That guy is a cocky SOB. Jesus.
I financed him 30 years ago in Raleigh when he was a quarterback coach.
Really?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy.
He's a heck of a coach.
He's doing some,
he is doing that.
That's an interesting.
NC State wishes
that's an interesting game. They're going to Iowa. You know, and you know what they say about Iowa. That's where dreams go to die. I mean, you know, that is one of the most severe home field advantages in the Big Ten for sure.
I love that end of the third quarter ritual that they do.
Oh, it is. The wave to the Children's Hospital up there.
It was at the end of the first quarter.
End of the first, it's the end of the first quarter. It is so cool. So cool.
No, I love it. You know, like when U of M plays there, they go ahead and do it as well.
Yes.
I think most of the teams.
Most teams now do but that's a very cool thing.
Yeah. Much better than anything I've ever seen out of South Bend. They have another tough game, too. Notre Dame.
Arkansas?
Notre Dame on the road. It's going to be interesting. Could be interesting.
It could be interesting. You know,
pretty good
they're
better than they were.
Ryan Brown, who's playing quarterback for Purdue.
Brother Rice.
No, he did go to Brother Rice. He didn't finish there. He left in COVID and went down and quarterbacked Venice for the 5A.
My buddy coaches at Venice.
Yeah.
And coached at Brother Rice. And Jamie was instrumental.
Is that how Ryan got down there?
Ryan went to another school in Florida first.
Right.
Junior year. And then he went to Venice. They won the state championship. Kid ran a 4.5 in high school.
Oh, I know.
He throws a perfect spiral 60 yards. And he couldn't get a shot to start at quarterback at Brother Rice. They made him a safety.
Well, Jimmy, I know. They did make a mistake there. I've known Jim forever. He's a couple years behind me from Rice.
Yep.
He and I coached flag football together. I told you this. Jim Schwartz's son was on the team.
Right.
When Schwartz was head coach of the Lions.
Yeah.
He was great. He came to just see 2 games. On the 2 byes that he had, and all he did. We were the Jets. Is just yell, "Go Jets!"
Oh, is that right?
He never said it. He was just awesome. He made a great time, and so and Ryan played on the team even though he was out of the age bracket. And Jimmy is an athletic coach. He teaches speed training. He's been doing it forever.
Explains Ryan.
Yeah, well, Ryan is
one
fast.
Of the fastest quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, his older son, was even Johnny was way faster than that. He just wasn't a great football player.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Ryan is. I was shocked. Ryan, actually, Chip Kelly wanted Ryan to go to UCLA. I was texting with Jimmy about it, and I go, "Oh, Chip Kelly is a perfect coach for Ryan.
His skill set."
Yeah, and this is just before NIL. But even though Purdue lost that game, he had some outstanding throws. He ran. That kid could play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Purdue, Illinois was his coming out party.
Yeah.
The second half. First half he was awful, but
yep.
second half he put up over 400 yards.
He doesn't have a fantastic offensive line. He doesn't have a ton of skills players. It'll be interesting to see if he gets NIL'd out of there next year.
Right.
He was with UNC.
Yeah, and then they went and got a new quarterback. They paid for that kid
paid for
who
Lopez.
actually, Lopez, who sucks.
Right.
Can they get the money back?
Nope.
No refunds.
Nope.
Speaking of that,
no refunds in the NIL.
That's right.
Ryan made out real well.
Ole Miss quarterback, the kid Chambliss.
Yeah.
He's a kid that was
From
played
Ferris
at
State.
Ferris.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. NIL to there, playing really well. So
Ryan got $400,000 from UNC not to play because in the spring that's when.
Is that what they paid him?
Michael Lombardi recruited Bryant. And it wasn't. I mean, Ryan. It wasn't Belichick's pick. So
Right.
after the spring game, Belichick didn't want Ryan. He wasn't going to get a chance to start, which is what UNC did to about 15 other starters.
Yeah.
They basically said you can go, and
Yeah.
and Purdue took him right back.
I know they had like
right back.
UNC had like a $14 million budget this year for NIL, something like that, right?
Well, and then whatever
you would know the better.
whatever Jordan raises on social media.
Well,
Air Jordan, we call her. Yeah.
Okay, very briefly because we got to
Airhead
go.
Jordan.
We got to go to the.
Speaking of NIL, though, it's coming into the high school ranks in
God, yeah.
MHSAA. We'll talk about it with James Cook.
Okay.
Oh man,
Teddy Bridgewater.
It's coming. It's coming.
So what is the word on? Is Belichick going to be there next year?
For right now, that's the thought.
Wow. That is not what I expected.
Well, he's got some tough ACC games coming up.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're not winning any tough games. Central Florida took care of them fairly easily.
Central Florida is pretty good.
They're gonna. I mean, UNC.
They're gonna make a bowl for sure.
This team, I mean, everybody knew that it was going to take a while because he had a whole new roster that he brought in.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
He had an All-American.
But they
DM
can't tackle.
That he kicked out.
I mean,
they don't know. It doesn't tackle. That's the one thing. They are out of position.
It doesn't look like a Belichick coach team at all. I mean,
but
not
that's
yet.
the difference
Not yet.
between pro and college.
That's right.
He can go back to the pros.
I don't think so. Not as a head coach.
Certainly not as a GM.
No, well, it's not that.
Yeah.
I mean, are you telling me that he's going to go back as a D coordinator?
No, I was going to suggest that he would go back as an NFL head coach, but
I don't believe so.
Well,
wait
yeah. I don't think he'll ever have total if he goes back to the NFL. If they won't give him GM, all of that, they'll give him the coach. I think.
The only thing I'm hearing from, being down there half the year is just that, they knew it was going to take a bit. They do expect him to be here, but they also do realize that he's got opt-outs and that they really expect
James,
him to
hold
go
on a
back
second.
and be an NFL coach again. So
Sure.
If somebody's desperate, I mean, I'm surprised that Bill Cowher never came back, so you never know with the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he wants to be. I mean, he's a coach for life. That's Belichick's got it in his blood.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, and if he's not a coach, Jordan's going to leave for somebody more pertinent because it's really helping her social media accounts. So, I mean, Bill's got to stay relevant. If he's not relevant, she leaves.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say to that, Gordon.
Just what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Okay.
Through the grapevine.
Before we let Gordon go, James, very quickly, was that the best Lions performance ever? The Monday night game?
It had to be right up there, especially considering how they've done against the Ravens in recent history. I mean, that game 2 years ago, they just got embarrassed and ran off the field. So to turn it around so much in 2 years and beat them on their own field like that was just incredibly impressive.
Yeah, if the defense could play like that, or even 90 or 80% of that, the Lions could be a Super Bowl team quite easily.
Yeah, it's interesting that they kind of win against some of their own tendencies on defense and that.
Calvin Shepard.
Calvin, I love
Calvin Shepard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They've been under Glenn, and even before that, they were reluctant to play a quarterback spy on running quarterbacks, and they did that nearly 1/3 of the time on passing downs.
Didn't play zone, didn't do anything, but Calvin Shepard seems a little more flexible in what he calls.
All we have to do is get rid of Terry and Arnold.
Right.
Going to the Super Bowl.
We can hide Terry somehow. Hide him.
Although they did say something interesting in the paper, I didn't know this. He's the third. He's the third leading tackler on the team.
Is he?
Terry and Arnold.
Yeah.
Once you get burned,
he's
it's
very
good that you
good in
tackle
run
the guy.
support.
Yeah.
And he tackles the receiver after they make the catch, so that's good.
We're talking about on runs, and he actually brought Derrick Henry down by himself in that game. So that's a business decision.
You put that picture on the mantle. And that one.
My sick hope for that game was that it was going to come down to a Jake Bates 67-yard field goal.
Oh my God, he didn't miss that by much.
I was at the Tucker game.
When the
the ball was in the air for an hour and a half.
It
hits
was.
the crossbar. It could go either way. It goes over. We go home. The Raven fans were celebrating.
It's time for the Sarah Automotive High School Scoreboard Show. Visit Sarah Automotive. They're doing a summer sell-off sale right now at the stores in Gaylord and Kalkaska. You won't find lower prices anytime this year than at Sarah Ford. It's pre-owned, certified, and new stock. James, where are you headed this tomorrow?
Tonight I'm going to St. Francis against Kingsley.
Yeah, that's our Saab game matchup of the week.
I will be there.
Yeah, number 1, Traverse City St. Francis travels down to number 6, Kingsley. What a matchup, James.
Yeah, it's just a great matchup. Two very, very good teams, and Kingsley's facing a top 10 team for the second week in a row. So it's going to be kind of the end maybe of a 2-week gauntlet for them.
Sure.
But then St. Francis gets the same treatment next week because they have Kingsley this week and then Boyne the next. So it's like these 3 top 10 teams that we had in Northern Michigan in Division 6 all play each other in a matter of 3 weeks.
Yeah.
About Robin the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. You know that you're going to bypass Thurlby Field tonight, but that's going to be a good one in the Saginaw Valley League as Midland comes to Thurlby to take on the Titans from Traverse City West.
Yeah, we'll have a guy there and photographer. Midland is one of the best defensive teams in the Saginaw Valley League, at least in the North Division for sure. Right there with Mount Pleasant and Midland Dow, they've only allowed, I think, 71 points all season. Their defense has just been pretty darn good all season, so that's something West is going to have to get the offense cranked up there.
Yeah, no question. Obviously they had a hard time with that down at Grand Blanc, but Grand Blanc, that overall team speed that they have, one of the fastest teams, I believe, in the whole state.
Yeah, and Midland, like I said, they're very tough defensively. They've only allowed 136 passing yards all season. So that's a pretty insanely low number in a league like the Saginaw Valley League, where most teams have the ability to pass the ball.
Yeah. Yep, no doubt. How about those undefeated Gaylord Blue Devils there? Number 10 in Division 3 right now. They traveled to Cadillac to take on the 2-2 Vikings.
Yeah, what Gaylord has done this year has been, I think, a surprise kind of to everybody with the coaching change.
Oh, yeah, it's remarkable.
It is.
Had a down year last year. And going 4-0 going into Cadillac this week. And Cadillac's a different team, too. Than we've seen in the past. They throw the ball a ton all of a sudden. So that's
important game for Cadillac.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
For their
if they were to upset Gaylord in that, that would be huge.
But we had Coach on last week. They've got a lot of seniors on this Gaylord team, and they bought in and they're playing tough.
That's right. Yeah, make hay this year when the going is good. How about those Ironmen from Mansalona? They're 3-1, and they traveled to Elk Rapids, taking on the 1-3 Elks.
Yeah, Elk Rapids having a little bit of a tough season, but then the numbers, they're trying to get their numbers there back and everything. But yeah, Mansalona is having a bit of a resurgence this season. 3-1, been pretty impressive, playing on pretty good defense and just staying in a lot of tight games with decent teams.
Yeah. Also, we got to give credit to Joburg, who's struggling the past couple of years. They're 0-4, but they take on the surprising 4-0 Kalkaska Blazers.
Yeah, Kalkaska's got to be, I think, maybe the surprise of anybody in the area. Maybe more so than Gaylord even. Being 4-0, and again, kind of like Mansalona, they played good defense. Mansalona, I think, has only allowed teams to get into double digits once this season.
Mm-hmm.
Kalkaska's played pretty good defense too, and just kind of kept every game close, and then been able to pull it out because they have a good dual threat quarterback. They have a really good running back, and a pretty solid defense.
When do they play Grayling?
It's a couple of weeks away. They play. That's that Patriot game for them. They play last. I think it's the last game of the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. So the Vikings do. The Grayling Vikings 1-3. They travel up to Boyne, who again, like you mentioned, Boyne coming off that tough one. They're 3-1. Honorable mention in Division 6.
Yeah. Kalkaska plays Grayling in week 7. So,
week 7? Okay.
So two more weeks.
Not a get right game for Grayling. No.
Yeah, and then Kalkaska, they have Joburg this week. They'll be favored in that one. So
their schedule gets really tough then after that.
The last 4 weeks of the season is going to be pretty grueling for Kalkaska. Yeah, Glen Lake, Grayling, Kingsley, Boyne City. So,
yeah.
Kalkaska is playing Kingsley. They don't play them every year. That's got
Kalkaska. Remember, they went independent this year.
I understand.
Right, so they're kind of picking and choosing.
Well, good job picking Kingsley.
We're going to have the Kalkaska coach Jeremy Wilkinson on tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, God bless them.
Yeah.
They should beat Joburg. Joburg is just I think it's time for Joburg to start taking a hard look at 8-man, but. We'll see.
Yeah, they're right on that cusp there of.
They haven't been good in the last 2 years. Yeah. They were able to play tough 11-man football with small numbers.
Yes,
but it just
forever they were so good, so consistent.
But in the last 3 or 4 years, it's just. I don't think they've won more than 3 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's been tough for sure. How about undefeated Charlevoix? They're number 7 ranked in Division 7. They travel over to Benzie Central at 1-3.
Yeah, and it's Benzie's homecoming game. So Benzie will have that going for them. But they got Charlevoix coming in, so that's something that's probably not going for them.
Got to talk to the AD. Got to talk to the AD.
Watch out for the floats all running into each other in the parking lot.
Oh, gosh. Okay. James, any other games? How about Clare at Ogama Heights? I know it's a little bit out of your district there, James, but in the Jack Pine Conference, that's a great matchup. Both ranked teams. Clare 10th ranked in Division 5, and honorable mention Ogama Heights in Division 5.
Yeah, that really looks like a good paper or a good game on paper from the outside. I don't cover either of those teams, but the things I've heard about both of them have been pretty good from mutual opponents and things like that. One thing about Kingsley or Kingsley, Kalkaska, all them is that Kalkaska will have a conference next year.
Oh, they will.
And that the Northern Shores is going to be splitting off from the Northern Michigan Football League, and all the Northern Shores schools that have football will have their own conference.
Okay, that's right. We had talked about that. That's right. So this is just a brief independent stay for Kalkaska.
Yeah, they've been independent the last couple of years. 3, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it was after the 22 season, they had really low numbers, and it was all like freshmen and sophomores. And Coach Wilkinson was just like, I can't in good conscience play a team full of freshmen against St. Francis and Kingsley and Grayling every week.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're going to get hurt. So they left the conference, so they didn't have to play some of those games. And now those kids are juniors and seniors, and you can see that they're doing pretty solid.
Yeah, no, you need to make decisions based on your program. Even though it goes against every fiber in your body, you make some tough decisions sometimes, but it's best for your program overall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, any other games that really stand out to you, James?
Well, you've got Central's going over to Midland Dow.
Yes.
So that'll be an interesting one to see if Isaac Turnwald is back. He sat out last week after having that concussion. He's still the leading rusher in the Saginaw Valley League Blue, even after missing a game and a half, or a game and a quarter at least.
Right.
So that shows you how important he is. He's averaging 13.6 yards per carry.
Wow. Now that's hello.
That's not Derrick Henry's pace.
Yeah, that's true. But few are, if any. Now that's the running back for Dow. Is that what you're saying, James?
No. Isaac Treadwell is Trevor.
Oh, Treadwell. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he is leading still leading the Saginaw Valley League in rushing, even after missing all of last week and the fourth quarter the week before. With a concussion. Midland Dow does have a pretty good quarterback. Garland's Randolph. He's got over 300 yards and 7 TDs already this season. And Midland Dow is piling up some numbers. I mean, they scored 168 points in 4 weeks, so averaging 42 a game there, if my quick math is correct.
Yeah, they're actually honorable mention in Division II, Midland Dow is. So they are getting noticed throughout the state by the sports writers.
Yeah, They were a team that we've talked about we have kind of like an email chain.
Yes.
We all email back and forth, everybody who's on those panels and stuff, and email teams from your area that you think are worth at least keeping an eye on, or saying, I think this team should be in the top 10 and stuff like that. And Midland Dow is one of those teams that's come up several times.
Okay.
Yeah, it's we're getting to that point in the schedule, James, where teams are. We know who the favorites are, or think we know who the favorites are. We're looking at some teams that traditionally make the playoffs that are kind of, need to win a couple of games. I mean, Central started out so hot, and now they, they take a couple of losses, and they might be in a precarious position to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, but they get their running back and all of that. Then once they're healthy, and then Eric Sugars will definitely have them going in the right direction.
Yeah, they did. They had Sam Rice, I think, got hurt last week too. He's one of their really valuable linemen that they have. So yeah, they've been dealing with some injuries in addition to playing really, really good teams the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Kind of like TC West has run into, where you just run into in the Saginaw Valley League. You're just going to run into some really good teams from week to week. So that's kind of been the case for Central after that impressive start where they scored, I don't know, what was almost 100 points, I think, the first 2 weeks of the season.
Right. Yeah, have you seen Mount Pleasant play yet? They're undefeated, and they're the number 2 ranked team in Division III.
Yeah, that's who Central played last week.
Okay, so that's So what did you think? What were their strengths?
I didn't get to see them because I was up in Boyne City for the Kingsley Boyne game.
Well, what's wrong? You mean you can't be in 2 places at once? Isn't that what they're counting on you at the sports department? What the hell's
seems
wrong?
like it, right?
Jesus.
Yeah. They wanted you to set up a camera and video it and watch it later, and then write a story on it. James.
Grow 72 feet so you can stand outside of the stadium and watch both games. Go ahead. No, we've been watching. Midland or Mount Pleasant is going to be formidable for everybody else. They look right now like the presumptive winner of the Saginaw Valley Conference.
Yeah, they're a really good team. It's really balanced. I mean, they throw the ball well, they run the ball well, so they're very hard to defend.
And they haven't given up a lot of points either.
No, not a ton.
Yeah.
Only 65. I mean, so they're the lowest in the Saginaw Valley League Blue as far as points allowed, and they're second to Midland Dow in points scored.
Yeah,
So
that's a good recipe. Yeah, that's a good recipe for success.
Puts a lot of W's in the column.
All right, James, I will see you at Kingsley.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, there's a couple of other good 8-player games this week too, which is Hillman against Inland Lakes. Those are both of those teams are 4-0, so that's tonight's game.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, Bay City All Saints is at Onekama. All Saints is 3-1, and Onekama is 4-0. So this is probably going to be the toughest game of the season, I think, maybe for Onekama, during the regular season.
Okay.
So that should be a pretty good game in the afternoon for Onekama, and that's their Warrior game, which is kind of like their equivalent of the Patriot game.
Right. Okay. And the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds, they're ranked 6th in the Division II 8-man football. They travel over to Onaway tonight.
Okay. All right, James. We'll look. I'll look forward to seeing you at the Kingsley game tonight.
Sounds good.
All right. See you, James.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's going to do it for us here on the Sarah Automotive High School Scoreboard Show. As we mentioned, Sarah Automotive is having a summer sell-down sale. So every vehicle on each lot in Gaylord and Kalkaska is marked down to their lowest prices of the year. Fantastic lease rates, wonderful prices on their pre-owned and certified vehicles. So don't miss this opportunity because that sale will end when September ends, which is middle of next week.
That's right.
Yeah. Anything else, Rich?
Nope. Looking forward to tomorrow morning to cover all these games. Having 4 different coaches on tomorrow morning as well, and
no long road trip today.
No long road trip. Just to Traverse City. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, we're gonna head you back over to Infinity Sports Network here on Up North Sports Radio.
I will say this: I do like the South because Portland, Oregon's pretty.
On the Infinity Sports Network.
It's Ryan Hickey in for Bill right here on Righter Than You. Not my best look, although I will say we don't have a term for where Denver and that part of the country is. All right, we have the East Coast, we have the West Coast, we have the Midwest. What other term is there? What other term is that? I'm for. You want to call it Big Sky Country? I'm for. I don't think it's said, but it's not national enough to where that's accepted. Like when you talk about where's Pennsylvania and Ohio, no one says they're east. We need some more terms because really there's only 3. It's East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. So I was wrong, hand up, but I will say we need to improve our lexicon and add more terms to describe where a lot of these states are. That's all I'm going to say. As a reminder, this portion of today's show is brought to you by Ethos Life, the easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Get your free quote at checkethos.com. Not available in all states. As a reminder, that is checkethos.com.
What side will Bill take on the biggest issues in the world of sports? It's time for today's edition of Buy or Sell on Righter Than You.
So it's Ryan Hickey in for Bill on this Righter Than You Friday, which means it's Jack Carty producing today in for me. What's going on, Jack?
Ryan, how are you doing today, sir?
Well, man, what we got for Buy or Sell?
So first off, we have the 3-0 Buccaneers host the 3-0 Eagles on Sunday as Jalen Hurts is just 1 of 3 versus the Bucs in his career as a starter, including 2 losses in a row. Philly is a 3.5-point favorite. Ryan, buy or sell? Eagles will beat the Bucs.
I'm going to buy.
Buy.
The Buccaneers have matched up well in this Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts iteration on these 2 teams over the last few years. The Buccaneers have matched up well. And I know the Eagles' offense outside of the second half of last week against the Rams, especially their passing offense, has been anemic. But I feel like I like the Buccaneers. I'm rooting for Baker. I'm a little nervous that it feels like a lot of these close calls are going to catch up to him. Last second touchdown against the Falcons to win. Needed a last-second field goal to beat the Jets this Saturday, and then in between, they needed a long drive to beat the Texans. 1-yard score, about 6 seconds left. They're 3-0, and Baker Mayfield has been clutch 3 game-winning drives in a row. I do, though, feel like it's going to catch up to them. Like, at some point, you're playing a lot of these close games, especially to this case against inferior opponents. The 3 opponents of the Buccaneers are 1-8 so far this season. I think it's going to catch up to you. Now, it's going to be hot as hell in Tampa. I don't think the Eagles go on the road and find a way to pull it out. Giving the Eagles straight up beat the Bucs, Jack.
All right. Micah Parsons returns to Dallas to face his old team on Sunday night. Parsons and Dak Prescott have exchanged some words over the past couple of days. And Micah Parsons said he wants to sack Dak Prescott. And Prescott had some words facing against Micah Parsons.
Just getting to go out there and compete with a guy that's a good friend that I've competed with in numbers of ways throughout this building. Outside of this building, just excited to go and have that matchup. But he's got 5 guys up front, plus tight ends and running backs that he's got to get through. So then we'll worry about if he can get to me.
Parsons has registered 1.5 sacks so far throughout these last 3 games. Ryan, buy or sell? Micah Parsons will sack Dak Prescott at least 1 time.
Buy. Absolute buy. He's going to get after him. The Packers are going to scheme it up. They also have a great defense where they are sound enough to where I think they will be able to be creative and let Micah get a few, creative disguises, put him in a few positions where it's advantageous. I think the Cowboys are going to try to throw the ball a lot because I do trust that Packers run D. Yes, we'll see Micah Parsons on Sunday night get a sack, and I hope his celebration is just point up to the skybox at Jerry Jones. Just point to him. Don't taunt Dak. It's not his fault. Just point to Jerry and say, "It could have been. You did this, Jerry. Just remember that. You did this."
I do have to agree with you on that one. I think Micah Parsons is going to have a field day in Jerry World this
he will.
Sunday. Moving on, Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin found himself in some family drama this week as his daughter announced she is dating LSU's star linebacker White Weeks. Ryan, buy or sell? Will Lane Kiffin try to run the score up on LSU this week?
Buy.
Also,
really fast, it just cracked me up. So his name is Whit Weeks.
Week.
But it goes back to dodgeball when it's like White. WHIT. Whit. Anyway, kind of looks like White given a little bit with a mustache. Whit Weeks does. Absolutely. I love Lane Kiffin. I'm a big Kiffin fan. I don't believe in him in terms of trying to truly break through and win some of these big games. But he is petty. He is awesome on social media. He is aware. Last week, Ole Miss has this tradition. When they score a touchdown, the player who scores a touchdown goes and slam dunks a basketball into a hoop on the sideline. And usually its teammates will throw it up for him. They'll do a 360 dunk, whatever. Lane Kiffin stopped the celebration so he could throw the alley-oop to the player who scored the touchdown. Lane absolutely will have in mind if he's able to do so, if he's in a spot to put a 50-burger on this LSU defense, and there's 2 minutes to go, you could just kneel at the clock. He will find a way, I think, to score a touchdown and send a message, no doubt about it. He's petty like that, which is why I love and I'm rooting for Lane Kiffin big time. Big time, Jack.
Kind of funny how his daughter announces that obviously the week leading up to this game. It's a very interesting family drama.
It is.
Very probably awkward at those phone calls throughout the week, catching up and seeing what's going on, but see what happens.
To say the least. You are not kidding.
Jackson Dart, who's been making news this week, who's announced he's starting, will make his first start on Sunday against the Chargers. LA's defense has been dynamite as they are top 8 in points and yards allowed this season. Ryan, buy or sell? Giants will score fewer than 10 points on Sunday.
Buy. This has been a team since the start of 2024. They have scored less than 10 points 7 times. Their offense is anemic. They are facing, I know it's at home, so it's a 1 o'clock Eastern kick. They're facing the Chargers going from west to east, early body clock. That Chargers defense, I think, is legit. Going to come after Jackson Dart. I think it's going to be a rough intro for the new Giants quarterback. And I used to be, Jack, a big Brian Daboll believer. And I think, especially here being in New York City, a lot of fans wanted Brian Daboll fired, and the Giants have gone through a lot of coaches. I kept thinking, just get him a quarterback. It's Daniel Jones' fault, not Brian Daboll's fault. Now, ironically enough, Daniel Jones is my quarterback, and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. But it's like, you watch the Giants, especially last week, where everyone got to watch them on Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs. There's no creativity. There's no scheming guys open. Malik Neighbors had like 1 target midway through the third quarter. They don't know how to get him the ball. That's just bad coaching. I hate to say it because I've stuck up for this guy, but part of believing that the Giants could score 10 points this weekend, at least, is believing that Brian Daboll can out-scheme right now what, Jesse Minter, the defense coordinator for the Chargers, and thinking that they can actually get one over on them. I right now just can't buy it, Jack. I cannot buy it. I gotta buy that they're gonna score fewer than 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Last week when they played the Chiefs, there was no creativity. It was just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. There was no way to get the league Neighbors of football. Even Chris Collinsworth was saying the entire time, why are you not coming up with schemes? You got to give him the ball. Reverses, screen passes. What are you doing? Why are you just trying to keep the ball down the field? It's true. There's zero creativity. This offense is bad.
They're bad. There's a bad football team. They're worse than the Jets. The Jets get all the attention.
Oh, my God. I know.
The Giants have been, over the last at least 5 years, they've been the worst football team.
Yeah.
They just don't get the credit for it.
I know. I almost wore my Giants shirt today. I'm glad I did not because there's no reason.
Show some pride.
There's no reason to do that to myself. So, yeah, I decided to leave that at home today. Believe it or not, Shedeur Sanders has had some words to the media this week. The third-string Browns quarterback hasn't played any meaningful snaps this regular season, but he believes he's better than some certain starting quarterbacks.
That's not nothing, in my place to answer. That's nothing I can't answer. Not answer, but I know for sure I'm not I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that.
Ryan, buy or sell, do you think Shedeur should just keep his mouth shut when it comes to playing better than starting quarterbacks when he is currently the third-string quarterback?
Buy. You just said in the question right there, Jack. He's third string. He can't even beat out a fellow rookie in his team and Dylan Gabriel to be the backup to Joe Flacco, who Joe Flacco he's not been good.
No.
He's not been good, period.
No.
And so, no, I don't want to. Look, you have to have confidence. And honestly, for any athlete, you have to be delusional. Because at one point before Wayne Gretzky was Wayne Gretzky, before Mahomes is Mahomes, like, you have to believe you are the best. And a lot of people laugh at you. You need to be delusional to sell yourself and I think reach your full potential. With that said, you are allowed to be delusional and quiet. Shedeur not playing, Shedeur not even being able to get second-team reps at practice does not mean he should be running his mouth. Keep it shut. Be seen, not heard. Yeah, it just goes back to, like, you wonder why, and you kind of look at how we played at Colorado and wonder why did no team take a chance on the 5th round and the Browns did. This is part of it. This is part of it. Let your play do the talking. And that's not been the case. There's always some sort of distraction. This is the latest one, which, by the way, indirectly, he's throwing his own quarterback under the bus because Joe Flacco has stunk this year. Yeah. And Joe Flacco's in that pool of quarterback play that's not been good. So the third string guy is running his mouth across quarterbacks, or I should say about quarterbacks across the entire league, and then also indirectly taking a shot at his own guy. Just stop talking. Stop talking. And let your play whenever you... Like, he will start this year. At some point, I think he will get a start, at least one. Probably multiple.
Yeah.
Let that do the talking more than your words, which are just hollow and meaningless.
I know. It's so frustrating seeing a third-string quarterback being like, I can play better than other quarterbacks. It's like, okay, if you that was the truth, then you'd be out there starting right now over Joe Flacco. But you're not. You didn't even play against, we got blown up by the Ravens. Dylan Gabriel did. You didn't go in the game at all.
Right.
So, like...
Absolutely right.
Oh, my God. It's absolutely
We're running a little
ridiculous.
late here, Jack. Let's just do one more.
Yeah.
One more buy or sell. Perfect.
So, the defending World Series champions LA Dodgers clinched their playoff spot by shutting out the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-0 last night. And the team is looking like they haven't missed a step thanks to their star players Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and last year's MVP Freddie Freeman. Ryan, buy or sell, do you think the LA Dodgers will do something that hasn't been done in 25 years, which is win back-to-back World Series?
I'm going to sell.
Sell.
I'm going to sell for two reasons. Number one, you said win, not get to. I know the AL right now is not exactly great as you're watching kind of the Tigers, who were the best team in the AL for a while, just implode. But I think the Mariners are getting hot right now at the right time. That's a team I think is truly formidable. Their starting pitching is elite. But even just looking at the NL, there's a real argument. The worst unit, if you want to use a football term here for baseball, the worst unit in the postseason, if we assume the Mets don't make it, will be the Dodgers bullpen. That Dodgers bullpen is terrible. I don't think any team, whether it's the starting pitching, bullpen, or hitting, has a worse unit right now than the Dodgers. And so even though their starting pitching has been outstanding and they're getting healthier and Mookie Betts is getting hot, that bullpen is so anemic, untrustable. They're thinking about maybe putting Clayton Kershaw on. It's just like, I think it's going to come back to bite them. And the NL, look, the Brewers, I think, are legit. The Phillies are super talented. They have great starting pitching even without Zach Wheeler. The Padres are a very dangerous team, and they've given the Dodgers fits here over the last few years as well. Like, Cubs are talented, not playing great, but Cubs are talented, going to the playoffs. Like, the NL is tough. There are a lot of teams here where I think it's a true crapshoot, so I will sell on your question that the Dodgers will go back-to-back and win the World Series like the Yankees did back in the early 2000s. Excellent job, Jack, for buy or sell. Now, a few of you have brought it to my attention. I appreciate it. Ducky Hines has tweeted me, and also Ken Hall at Ryan_Hickey3, that Bill did Bum of the Week yesterday. Now, my apologies for not listening. I was on the course at the Ryder Cup, did not have the ability to bring my phone out and listen. So I was unaware that Bum of the Week was had, and for those who missed it, Dabo Swinney, back-to-back weeks as Bum of the Week. So we're going to do something here. Ask for forgiveness rather than permission. We're going to do Bum of the Week. I'll give you my version here as well, because there, I think, are some outstanding candidates here, including a listener of the show nominated for Bum of the Week. It's Ryan Hickey in for Bill right here on Righter Than You. We'll do that after we get a sports update from Andrew Bogusch.
Infinity Sports Network Sports Sports Flash.
Ryan, your Sports Flash is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. The worst possible start is in play for the U.S. at the Ryder Cup at Bethpage. Europe already has 3 fairly easy points on the board, and the lone remaining foursome is even through 16 holes, despite Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay once being 3 up. The Cardinals scored twice in the final 6 minutes of Thursday Night Football to erase a 26-hole, only to lose to the Seahawks 23-20 on Jason Myers' game-ending 52-yard field goal. Jonathan Gannon's team losing at the buzzer for the second time in 5 days.
3 phases, really, for now 4 games, pretty good sample size. We just haven't put it together like I think we're capable of putting it together. Those are just words. It's my job to make sure that we put it together. So that's what we'll be working on.
Kyler Murray was sacked 6 times, picked off twice last night. The Seahawks, meanwhile, improved to 3-1 and have won the last 8 meetings in this series. I'm Andrew Bogish.
This is the Infinity Sports Network. Follow us on Instagram. Our handle is Infinity Sports Network. That's Infinity Sports Network to follow us on Instagram.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
For the first time ever, you can get all of ESPN in the new ESPN app, along with Disney Plus and Hulu, with one incredible offer. The most live sports, biggest blockbusters, and most talked about shows. Get it all in one bundle for $29.99 a month for 12 months. Visit Disney Plus Hulu ESPNBundle.com for details. Ad-supported plan auto-renews at regular price. Currently $35.99 a month, subject to change, unless canceled. Ends 1/5/26. Terms apply.
The man who helped shape U.S. monetary policy just released a bombshell book called Our Dollar, Your Problem. In it, former IMF chief economist Kenneth Rogoff warns the U.S. dollar's dominance is under attack, and if it falls, your savings could be the first to go. That's why Advantage Gold is giving away a free copy of Rogoff's book to anyone who schedules a one-on-one precious metals appointment. You'll discover why gold is becoming the #1 hedge against a global currency shift, how to move your IRA or 401k into physical gold, tax and penalty free, and how to get up to $10,000 in free gold and silver with a qualifying account. Get your free copy today while supplies last. No precious metals purchase necessary. Call 800-324-9902 now. That's 800-324-9902. Don't wait. Supplies are limited. Call 800-324-9902 or go to AdvantageGold.com. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Happy Friday. It's Tropical 9 meteorologist Taylor Fischetti, and here's a look at today's forecast. Heading outside to more of those quiet skies across the region, more sunshine as temperatures warm into the mid-60s to mid-70s by the afternoon highs. Into tonight with light winds, quiet skies, partly cloudy across the region. Temperatures drop into the mid-40s to mid-50s. This weekend looks really nice out there. Temps warming up into the low 60s to low 70s. Could even see some of those upper 70s by Sunday with mostly sunny skies across the region, staying dry, bright, and warm out even into next week. Well, the details on that 7-day on 910 News.
90s Rock Monsters. Bush, Saturday, December 20th at Soaring Eagle Casino. Showtime 8 p.m. Tickets start at $59 and are on sale now at the box office or online at etix.com. Christmas rocks at Soaring Eagle Casino. Don't miss Bush. Bush, December 20th, SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Hey, it's Anthony Bellino from Spin on Sports, Michigan Sports Talk Morning Show on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard live weekday mornings from 6 to 9 right here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Whether it's Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, Michigan State, the Big Ten, the Mid-American Conference, all the headlines, all the stories, and always Michigan teams first. It's all right here on Spin on Sports, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on the Great Voice Radio Network. Heard locally on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY.
Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
If you're 45 and over, listen up tonight. Colon cancer untreated can take your life. Get it right, get screened, no time to be silent. Take a home test or hit your healthcare provider. Colon cancer in the black and brown community, no joke. Chill on the alcohol